Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here at CAVOK Racing Network. And yes, we are back. It's ATC night. We're going to see 40 minutes of naked aggression right here at CAVOK Racing Network. We're doing that at Detroit, and of course, I'm not doing that just by myself. I have Charlie in the booth. Charlie, a warm welcome. How are you doing tonight?
Just by myself. I can't hear you.
All right. A little bit of a trouble. Charlie, can you hear me right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Man.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm so excited to be in Detroit. This is going to be a great one. Such a great track.
It is going to be a great track. And we already are just out for qualification, which is a little bit surprising because we're quite quick already. So we have a lot of information. We have an introduction lap that we want to show, of course. Maybe it's good to go quickly over to our introduction lap. Where are we and what are we doing right now here?
Welcome to Detroit, Michigan, home of the Belle Isle Street Course. In 1992, this temporary street race circuit was constructed for kart races. The island has hosted 10 events from 1992 to 2001. Racing resumed in 2007 as part of the IndyCar Series and the American Le Mans Series. The origins of the event date back to the Formula One Detroit Grand Prix on the Detroit Street Circuit. The kart series began headlining the event in 1989, and in 1992, the race moved from downtown Detroit to Belle Isle. Because this course is not a permanent year-round track, iRacing makes it a great place to experience it in the virtual world. These drivers will have to be aware at all times because traffic jams happen fast and often. Following too close could lead to heartache. Avoiding the concrete walls will be a real challenge. With very few passing opportunities, maximizing corner exits will be key to setting up passes on the straights. Patience will be crucial to getting a good finish. Maximizing on others' mistakes and having a good pit stop is a must. With 14 turns at 2.35 miles or 3.7 kilometers in length, fuel strategy could make or break your day. The undercut may be a good option for some to gain track position. This 60-minute Alpha Challenge race will be especially difficult on this tight and bumpy street course. After 3 points races, getting out of Detroit in one piece will go a long way in the points fight. Detroit Belle Isle is a world-class street course that will prove to be difficult for drivers of all skill ranges, who will find themselves in the top position at the checkered flag. And with that question, back to the studio.
All right. Well, that was Detroit, or that is Detroit, Charlie. How do you like this track?
I'm a big fan. This is definitely a lot of fun. It's extremely challenging. It's so bumpy, and in these front-wheel drive cars, it makes it even more difficult. They don't like exiting the corner on the throttle, and with all the bumps, it just unloads the front. The racing is always great here. It's like it doesn't matter what class you're in. It's always going to be battles everywhere.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how those battles will actually happen and exactly with this car. We've seen it now with two races. Fuji was a very, very spectacular race till the lights went off, and we didn't see that much anymore, but an awesome race to watch, and I think one of the most spectacular starts that we've ever seen happening. So great to see that. And of course, we see Wojciech Swiatovic back. And Wojciech Swiatovic, when he's back, we know he's going to be quick and he's going to be in the front. But is he actually going to be that quick that he can beat Logan McKenzie? Or what about Mika Hendricks? He is flying on the moment.
Yeah, we have to talk about him, right? He's our points leader. He's been dominating all season. He's got to be a favorite for this one.
It is, I think, and it's actually great segue to go over there, because let's have a quick look at the settings, or at the championship points that we see on the moment. And there we see Mika Hendricks taking a big lead, 126 points. Logan McKenzie on that second spot, and then we see Francois Schink, James Carr, Jacob Wally, Connor Asatella, Raymond Choi, Jerome Bajulas, Kurt Smith, and John Lauzon on that top 10. We'll go through a little bit more, and we have some more drivers over there. Let's have a quick look if we can pull them out there. Yeah, we do. We see Matt Zepka had a great race last time. Didn't ended up where he wanted with a small incident, but all these opportunities to do it well over here, as currently on the 11th place. And then Paul Morris, Thomas Lavieux, David Bauer, Daniel Sedano, Dan McFarlane, and of course there we have the Slug. I do want to give a shout out to him. He's a big part of this Alpha Touring Challenge, and we always love to see how he drives that car. And yeah, it's a great driver. And then that's our top 20. And then to make it complete, I also want to have a quick look at our Delta racers, because we do see Kurt Smith currently leading that championship over there. It's a different championship within the Alphas, and Kurt Smith is leading that very well. So great job from him. And then of course I want to go over to those team test standings, because we see all these beautiful liveries, but that's not for nothing. They are working their way up in the championship for the teams, and currently it is Curb Your Enthusiasm Autosport. Basically it's Mika Hendricks and friends. Yellow Flag Motorsports is following right behind there, and then Breakfast for Dinner is on that podium as well. All other drivers are relatively close by, so everything to play for. But yeah, that's a little bit all our standings and everything what we have. I'm just really curious, who are you picking as your favorite in here, Charlie?
Well, I gotta say, Mika is on a roll, and I don't think anybody's got anything for him today. I think he's going to go out there and continue to do the things he's been doing. You know, one of the things I'm watching here is 5th through 9th. There's not many points between those spots, and you know, if these guys can put together a good race, that middle of the group could change dramatically. This is not going to be an easy track. I feel like racing the track is going to be better than racing the competitors, because there's going to be some carnage tonight, and there's going to be some people who aren't going to make it. That's just unfortunate, you know, an unfortunate effect from this track. But the points could definitely get shaken up today, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this one plays out.
Yeah, me too. This is going to be an exciting part up here. We're driving along right now with Jacob Wally, who is in a little bit of a battle over there. That's a difficult part over here with that qualification. When are you going out? Who are you battling with, and who are you not battling with? I do see that Wojciech Swidovic gets a faster sector again. So curious to see if he comes any closer. He's currently on that 137.1. I have seen him go to 137.0. But it is very, very tight on the moment. Now is the moment to get your times in. This is the time where fuel is low, the tires are hot, and we are ready for some real quick times.
Yeah, these guys are looking great so far, and I expect the times to come down a little bit more. We got about 6 minutes left in the session, so there's still plenty of time to get a couple more hot laps in, and you know, see if maybe you can use one of your buddies to help you get some draft. Maybe grab another 10th or 2, you know? Yeah,
definitely. One of our rookies who does, I'm not sure if we should call him a rookie. He's going very fast on the moment. Raymond Choi is currently on 9th position, but he is going very quickly to the finish line. And is he going to get an even quicker time? He does get a quicker time, but it's really not much. So he will stay on that 9th position on the moment. But great drive from him. Curious to see what he can do over here, because it is very tight. And I'm curious about that first lap, Charlie. What are we going to see? Charlie McKenzie moved up to 2nd place. Hendricks is currently still in that 3rd spot. Let's have a quick look. What is he doing on the moment? He is coming over the finish line, but he's not quicker. He really needs to be quicker if he wants to keep that podium going on. And currently it is McKenzie. Look at that. McKenzie goes into 137.1.
Yep,
yes, time flies
beautiful
when you're having fun.
So fast. Yeah, these guys are really tight at the front. A 37.13 to a 37.19. Mika's not far behind with a 37.4.
We're driving along with Mika Hendricks on the moment, and you see how he cut those corners and how much, you know, you need to like hold off because those walls are coming onto you, but you also need to find them. And here he goes very quickly through that corner. He does get some momentum. Hopefully he gets some draft and he can go a little bit quicker. He needs 3/10. Is he going to get 3/10 and a little bit to get Logan McKenzie? Logan McKenzie is doing really well. And oh, no, he doesn't. That is going to be the time for Mika Hendricks. So That's not good news
May have
for him.
suffered some damage there with that contact with the wall, too.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy in that car.
That's unfortunate.
But that does give an opportunity for other people to go even quicker. I do see Wojciech Swiatovic again having a very, very quick last sector. Is he going to do it one more time, and is he going to move up? That's going to be the interesting part. That last straight, he can't do anything else anymore. He needs to push. And here he comes. And Swiatovic gets it. Swiatovic gets it. It's 0.038 of a second faster than Mackenzie. Logan Mackenzie is dropping to second place, but what a great move from Wojciech Swiatovic. He's maybe not in the championship because he does miss a couple of races, but when he is there, he is spectacular. All right, so if we don't
right now I'm riding.
Yeah, go along.
I'm riding along with Logan McKenzie, and he's on the back of Mika Hendricks, so he might be able to gain some draft here as they go down this back straightaway towards turn 9. Oh, and he hit the wall, so that's not going to work.
No, and
it's so tough here. These walls are so hard to avoid.
I still see that he does all quicker times on the moment, so Logan is looking forward to at least beat his own time. I'm not sure if he can beat, well, then you have to beat Swiatovic as well. But he's hitting the wall everywhere. I'm not sure. 0x is no qualification, so maybe he just lets it go. And maybe he's just pushing so much because he knows he can do one more last lap. And if he gets that last lap with the last fuel behind Mika Hendricks, that could be a winning strategy. That's what he's aiming for in that yellow flag racing car.
Yeah, he's going to have one more opportunity to do it. We got 1 minute and 44 seconds left. He's got just enough time.
He has just enough time. I do see a lot of people still improving their time, so it won't be the last. But the people that are now coming over the finish line won't make it anymore. It is really now for the last bit. I see Matt Zepka doing quite nicely over there, going into one of the first corners, but he is really, really pushing it hard. Francois Schenk is right
Logan
behind
McKenzie
him.
Retired.
Well, so Logan McKenzie goes into the pit. Then let's see what Francois Schenk is going to do. He's still on that 4th position, but he's oh so close. He is still all up to get there into that podium or even getting more.
Yeah, look at him try to use that draft as much as he can, following that car around.
Yeah, he's not holding back
the sector
at all.
here is so tough.
And why is it so tough, Charlie?
Well, the first left is there's a big bump in the middle of the apex, and so it bounces the car and unsettles it as you're trying to exit and put the power down. And then you got to make that next left. You got to be really, really tight because it's a double left, and there's also bumps all over it. And these front wheel drive cars really aren't fans of the bumps. You lose the front end really easily, and that just makes it difficult.
Well, look at this. The curb enthusiasms are coming over the finish line. Is Francois Schenk going to do it? I don't think he's going to make it. No, he didn't make
enough.
It wasn't enough. It was close, but it was nice to see that strategy going on over here. Look at that. The whole 3 of them really close by to each other. But that didn't make it happen because it is Wojciech Swiatovic who takes that first place. Seeing I do still see some drivers drive it. Are they going to make it? Are they allowed to finish this qualification? It seems so. But we do have the 4 laps, so everybody probably is stopping right now.
We've got a close fight at the front. This should be a good race at the front for sure. These guys are going to battle it out. I'm certain of that.
Yeah, exactly. We do have, I think, 31 cars on the track, so it's going to be busy yet again. But that's a little bit what we have here at the Alpha Touring Challenge, because it's just such a popular race. And yeah, I'm looking very much forward to that first lap. How much is the chaos going on? Matt Zepka still trying to do a last lap, or is he just going to see how a pit stop is working? because we do have a pit stop in this race. That's always interesting to see. When are you going to take that? And on the moment,
yeah, pit stop's going to be very important. You don't want to speed. The entry is not too difficult here, so it should be pretty easy to get into pit lane, but the exit dumps you right out onto the racing line on a difficult corner. Turn 2 has got a crest in the middle of it. It's almost blind as you go over the crest, and you know those guys are going to be merging together, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. We do see that Mazepka did had that last lap and came into 4th place. But look how close they are. It is really, 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 really close. And now we're going to see them 40 minutes drive here. 1 pit stop. This is going to be an exciting race.
Actually, it's an hour, Pim.
It's an hour
According
race.
To my clock, yeah, it's an hour race. It's going to be a long. It's going to be a long haul for these guys. It's not easy, and today is really going to show what these drivers are made of. You know, being able to survive this race, it's not just about being fast. It's about being able to survive, avoid the chaos, make smart decisions. You know when to let a guy go by versus having him all over your bumper and run the risk of him running you over.
Yeah, and then those walls, they're getting closer and closer, and especially when your tires are getting a little bit overheated or anything that can happen immediately, there's big consequences. So yes, we will see some action going on. I'm not sure how much, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna have a quick look. I do see some drivers are getting onto the track already. Daniel Sedano right over there. All right, nearly the whole track is already coming up.
With all these cars, they're starting so far back.
All right, well, I think we have nearly all the cars onto the track. It takes a little bit longer than expected. I think Barney won't be happy. He needs to stand over there a little bit longer, but...
got one of the best seats in the house, though.
He does, I have to say. But he has to stand there for a whole hour. I'm here nice in the booth with you, but this is going to be exciting. We do see that the lights are getting on, so we are getting ready. And let's see how this will go. And we are off. All right, we see Mazepka losing a spot already over there, but they're going side by side in that first corner. What an exciting race already. Look at this. They're going to make it work in that second corner. Oh, this is going to be chaos.
As they shuffle into turn 3, see, there's a little contact in mid-pack.
Yeah, on the moment we do see Wojciech Sredovic still in the lead, but after that it's Logan McKenzie, Mika Hendricks. I see Frans van Sink, Mazepka trying to hold on over there, but they're going 2-3 wide over there. How are they going to make this happen without any incidents? Look at David Bauer on the moment. He's holding off James Carr and Raymond Choi. It's really like they're trying to form a train over there, but more people are doing that. It's all the draft that matters right now.
Yeah, Mazepka has got David Bauer all over his bumper. Trying to get by him.
And still everybody holds on. It looks like Mazepka is going a little bit further back, and then we see Bauer, Carr. I see Raymond Choi, Jerome Bajulas. We need to see that naked aggression of him, but on the moment he's holding back. And he's trying to hold back actually to Raymond Choi on the moment. Trying to stay in that top 10 together with Justin Rhodes and John Lozat. And that's pretty much our top 10 right over there.
These guys head back into turn 1. This is one of the areas that is definitely a good place to pass if you can get in there.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit further back, we see for position number 14, Kurt Smith, Jacob Wally, Connor Asatella, and August Blundell really fighting for position number 14. That is really that
that's a
second
nice little
group that
group
we have.
right here. There's a move around the outside.
Yeah, that's
Gonna make it stick.
I think
Goes a
that's
little wide.
Dave and Lisotta who takes that move, and they're now going battling. Oh, take that corner a little bit. Nicely done.
You almost
over there.
have to submit there. It's you can't really go through there side by side. It's a terrible idea, especially on lap 2.
Well, I don't think submission was any option. I hear some crunching, and oh, here we see a big crash. Kurt Smith crashed over there. What exactly happened? Oh no, Kurt Smith was doing so well, getting into that corner a little bit tight, and then it all happens right over there. Oh, he gets a little bit of a shove.
Right there.
He gets a little bit of a shove, and then more people are getting involved in that. Oh, but that was a major disappointment. August Blundell is one of the people that got hit and is also going back. But that won't matter for Wojciech Swiatovic. Wojciech Swiatovic is running away already. Mika Hendricks, fast as he is, he can't compete up there. And he drops back 1.6 seconds. And right behind there we see Logan McKenzie, François Schenk and Matt Zepka still in that battle over there. Really, it's maybe some team play will come up, because I definitely think that Curb Your Enthusiasm is all together over there.
I'm watching Steven Lachota in P13. He's got Jacob Wally all over his bumper. Jacob's fighting hard to try to stick with him. Steven got a great run through turn 2, was able to put a little bit of a gap on Jacob.
Yeah, I'm curious at the fight for number 17. I see Michael Zepp over there, and Michael Zepp is really getting the heat from Aaron La, but also Mike de Almea is right in front of them. So this is going to be a nice battle when they're going onto the straight. What is going to happen is Aaron La. Aaron La is an aggressive driver. We know him from the script. He knows what he does in that car, and he wants to move forward. And is he going to do that right over here? He's losing a little bit of momentum. Is he going to catch up with Michael Zepp?
Yeah, it's really important. I call that Michigan corner because of the boards through the corner. And there's a bump on the exit. There's a bump on almost every exit, every corner in here. And if you don't maximize that run, you lose a lot of speed on the straightaway. But I'm watching Michael Zepp. Michael Zepp just made a mistake, and now Aaron Law is all over his bumper.
Yeah,
He's able to recover from that.
And Zach Perry is right behind there as well. So that's going to be an interesting battle. I think Kirk Lane is in there. That's going to be a nice battle up here to start to look at.
Yeah, and right behind him, Dan Witzak is not far off. These guys keep battling. He'll be right up there in the fight. We'll have a 6-way fight.
Of course, still in the front, we see Wojciech Swiatovic, but a little bit further back is on 8th position Raymond Choi. And he's in that battle with David Bauer, and behind him is Jerome Bajulas. And that's a group that is missing a little bit the Curb Enthusiasm. And here we see Jerome Bajulas was making a look over there, but couldn't make it happen. But that's what we want to see, that naked aggression early in the race.
Zach Perry in P19 is trying to make a move on Aaron Law. He's going to try to go around his outside, but doesn't quite make it work.
No, that's too bad.
Heap of curb. Loses quite a bit of momentum there.
Exactly, and he was just showing his car a little bit there. Aaron Law needs to look at back in the back, because there is more coming. I think Kirk Lane, Dane Witzak, and Chris Kraus are also behind there, and they're all aiming to get into that top 20. And that will be a battle. That's the fun thing of these kind of races. Even in this top 20, you're just fighting the whole way through, a whole hour long.
Yeah, and that's going to be a tall task. This track is very demanding. When you start battling each other, you start to be a little more aggressive, and if you miss by an inch, you're in the wall. I mean, most of these guys are just barely missing the wall on a hot lap, and you start getting somebody all over your bumper, and you start watching that mirror, you miss your apex. Could be the end of your day.
Yeah, definitely. And if you see how they take that curb, they really are pushing that car in every lap. But you need to do that. You want to be in that draft, and if you don't attack, then the guy behind you will. Someone who has that problem as well is Stefan Licciota on position number 13. I see Jacob Wally trying to get a little bit closer over there. Maybe he can make a move, and right in front of them is Daniel Sedano. And that's our best Delta driver on the moment. It's doing really well. The 710 is holding on to John Lozan and Rhodes over there as well. Justin Rhodes, great driver. And he is holding back. Yeah, go ahead.
I just watched Dan Witzak go through turn 2 and 3 sideways, both directions. He ends up losing his position to Chris Kraus. That was a pretty nice save going 2 directions with the tail of that car.
Well, let's have a quick look how that exactly happened. Here goes Chris Kraus on that long straight. He passes him there. And yeah, that's difficult to defend if you have the speed over there. And that's what exactly did. All right, well, I want to see what Jerome Bajalas is doing, because he is getting closer and closer to Justin Rhodes. It's all to be in that top 10, top 9, because Justin Rhodes is driving on that top 9, and John Lozan is right behind there on the 11th spot, and they all want to be in that top 10. They all want to score those maximum amount of points.
Yeah, with Jerome and John being teammates, they could probably gang up on Justin here if they wanted to. Pick up 2 spots.
If John is actually getting closer, I'm not sure if he's getting closer. He has a hard time because Justin Rhodes really drives it out of that car and is really on a heat length on the moment. I don't think he's looking much in the back, because he just needs to focus on that round. He needs to make anywhere closer to Raymond Choyol, who is driving currently on that 8th position. All right, let's have a quick look.
We're still looking pretty. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We're still looking pretty good at the front.
Wojciech Svidovic! Wojciech Svidovic, look at that! And immediately Mika Hendricks takes over. What about the broadcast curse? Is that we were looking at Wojciech Svidovic and he just slipped along. Mika Hendricks.
It can't be the broadcaster's curse. We didn't say his name until after the incident. We can't take credit for that one.
Mika Hendricks immediately took advantage of there, and now we're going to see a battle over here. Now I'm curious, and Logan McKenzie is going to be cheering this on, because he's on that 3rd spot, and if those guys are going to go into a fight, then we're going to see some real battling going on. Francois Schink is also still in that position number 4. A little bit further back is Matt Zepka and James Carr. But this is going to be the battle that we want to see, Charlie.
Yeah, this has been already. These guys are really putting it out there. Just laying down some killer laps. I'm showing Mika as a 37.4, so they're definitely got their foot in it.
I'm curious how heated up those tires are from that one little mistake that Wojciech Svidovic make. And it's a rare mistake, because we never see him make any mistakes. So it's great to see this, because we're all going to see that battle going on. Or is it Mika Hendricks now suddenly getting wings? Still married, still in that happy period. I'm not sure how long does that take before that wears off, Charlie?
Well, he met his wife at the racetrack, so that's got to be at least 6 more months. You know.
Oh no.
I mean, that's what in our world we would call a unicorn, right, Pim?
Yeah, no, definitely. Do want to say that we saw in the back August Blondel was crashing. Have a quick look what exactly happened. He was doing really fine, not much troubles over there. His car didn't feel right. Maybe something goes wrong and he steps out of the car and has to go into the pit. So that will cost him quickly. Again, we're looking at Mika Hendricks and Wojciech Svidovic. Logan McKenzie, Francois Schink, they're all there.
Yeah, I'm watching Jacob Wally in P14. He's going to try to put a movement on Steven Licciota. He's pulling up on his inside here, now to the outside. These guys are really going at it. Jacob wants a spot. He's not being patient. He's doing everything he can to fill Steven's mirror and let him know that he wants by.
Yeah, as you said, this is a difficult part to overtake. It's really hard, and it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you in speed, and that's exactly what Damon Mitchell right behind there thinks, because let them do that one more time, and he is all the way back over there, right in that battle for position number 13 over here. Oh, Jacob Wally hit that wall. But I don't want to miss anything from Wojciech Swiatovic. They're on that long straight. Is he going to make a move? No, he's not going to make a move. Logan McKenzie and Francois Schenk right behind there also don't make a move. So this is really, yeah, a little bit of a top 5 that we see happening. We're in lap 8, 47 minutes to drive. So long time to go.
Yeah, definitely lots of laps to click off. These guys look like they're settling in a little bit, but I'm hearing all kinds of scrapes coming through the in-game audio.
Aaron Law, Mike Del Mayo, Michael Zepp, Zach Perry, all of them are going there. It's Zach Perry and I think that's Michael Zepp who took it on the inside. Yeah, that wasn't the smartest move because now it's also Zach Perry that's passed. But this is a great battle for position number 17 on the moment.
Yeah, it looks like Aaron Law might be able to run away a little bit. I don't believe he's one to watch his mirrors much, so you know this may be a great opportunity for him to put the hammer down and try to pull away from these guys a little bit, let them battle between themselves.
Now that's what you're hoping for if you're Aaron Law. Maybe Michael Zepp is just going to make a move and then suddenly they're a little bit further back. But on the moment it looks like they're just all following up over there. And I want to go back to Wojciech Swiatovic because he's now going again a little bit closer and closer to Mika Hendricks. And he's actually just puts up the fastest time, 1:37.3. He is getting there. Logan McKenzie has difficulty to track up. He's now 1.6 seconds behind. And then it's Francois Schenk. What are we going to see over here? Look at this. Who's driving in front of those guys? It is Jose Marais. Oh, look at this. There is a nice battle right in front of them. It's Jose Marais and Thomas Lavoie who are in a battle. And I'm not so sure how are they going to resolve this.
Yeah, it should work out right here where these guys can safely get out of the way. But I'll tell you, it's not easy in some of these sectors. It's, you know, side-by-side driving is very difficult. And, you know, pulling over and getting out of the way is not always an easy thing to do.
It's not an easy thing to do, but it's the right thing to do, and that's what they did. Mika Hendricks is still in there, but Mika Hendricks goes wide. And this means Wojciech Swiatovic. Oh!
No, I think they were just passing a lap car there, Pim.
Well, there was some contacts, and it's still Jose Marais now in between those drivers. Could give a little bit of a lift to Logan McKenzie, or could be a big chicane for there. I'm curious what we're going to see. It was 1.6 seconds. Currently, Logan is still running closer and closer.
Well, this should be beneficial for Logan with this straightaway, catch a little bit of draft, and it looks like Jose is just going to yield the position to him, but he also scraped the wall. Oh, now he makes contact with Francois Schenk. Oh, no. Oh, it was a terrible mistake.
No. Let's have a quick look what exactly happened over there. Because
I'm not so sure that he's seen him.
No, he did such a great job on holding him back, and he just missed him completely and goes in there. I want to say, luckily, Francois Schenk came by over there, and I don't see too much damage from his car. So he will do fine, but it was Jose Marais that is now going to drop all the way back. That's going to be a lot of damage for him. And the fight up in the front, Mika Hendricks is running away from Wojciech Swiatovic. It is really insane what Mika is showing us.
Yeah, and this has been his first real test. You know, he hasn't spent too many laps behind any other drivers this season, and it didn't take him long to get back to the front today, I'll tell you.
No, exactly, but it ain't over yet till it's over, and Wojciech Swiatovic will come back. I'm pretty sure about that part. But let's have a quick look at Jacob Wally, because Jacob Wally and Damon Mitchell are still in that battle over there. Nice to see them still in a race. They have Stefan Liciotta right in front of them, all for that top 12.
Yeah, we got a nice little battle going here for P19 with Kirk Lane and Michael Zepp. Kirk's looking to make a move on him as they come into turn 9 here, and doesn't get it done. It's so difficult to pass. You really have to be on the guy's bumper when you exit onto these long straightaways, or otherwise there's just not enough draft to really pull by him. And you don't want to make a risky move by trying to outbrake him so early in the race. You know, you might want to save that till the end.
And it's a nice battle to watch a little bit. Chris Kraus does an amazing job over there. Love that scheme paint over there.
Yeah, with trading paints on, these cars look much, much better than they did week 1 for me.
I do see that Wojciech Swiatovic has a little bit of difficulties to catch up with Mika Hendricks. It's actually Mika Hendricks that's putting up faster times. I am curious to see what will happen. But here he has that draft, so this is the momentum to get back.
Yeah, and these guys are just slightly edging away from Logan, but not by much. They probably got about 2/10 on him versus the last couple laps. But, you know, Logan's not out of this one. Being 1.5 seconds behind these guys, anything can happen, and he'll be right back in this fight.
Yeah, and I do think that Wojciech Swiatovic and Mika Hendricks will start the fight at one point. And Logan McKenzie is actually driving a little bit further away from Francois Schink. Maybe there was a little bit of damage. Maybe there was a little bit of fear going on, because he does lose a little bit of momentum on the moment. But he's still in that draft, so he has the way to get back. And now let's think about it. If he drops a little bit further, Matt Zepka would get a little bit of draft. And then both of them could get back to Logan McKenzie. Or is that too much team play, Charlie?
You got to take every advantage that you can get, right? I mean, you know, if your buddy's out there on track and you can use him to gain some time on the guys ahead of you, then you got to do it. You got to go for it. It is a long race, but you know, these guys at the front are starting to run away, and if these guys in the 5th through 10th want to get a good finish, they're gonna have.
Let's go back to position number 22. We see Adrian Fernowski. From Curb Your Enthusiasm is a little bit further back than his teammates, but he is fighting over there with Chris Kraus, and I was mentioning his name, and that was Kurt Smith or not? Who was that?
That was Chris Kraus. That was Chris Kraus. He blasted the wall coming out of turn 2. That crest it's so easy to do, and he's got major trouble with his cars. We've got a slow car ahead of him. Kirk Lane may have had some trouble too.
Well, and I do see also Kurt Smith had a major crash, and he was on the exact same point. Also had that major issue, and you see immediately the wheel is not working anymore. So Kurt Smith is also going to the pit. All of them in corner 1. That is an Daryl corner. How's it going in the front? How is Mika Hendricks holding on?
Yeah, he's putting them down, Pam. He is flying. What? Did something happen at the front? Did we miss something?
On the moment everything is still fine.
Okay, my JRT's freaking out.
Wojciech Swiatovic is still getting closer and closer, and he is getting closer and closer a little bit on this lap. But let's drive along with him. Let's see how easy does he have it. Is he pushing that car? What is he doing? At the moment, it looks like he's just following Mika Hendricks.
Yeah, see, this is going to be too much of a gap right here. That's not going to be enough to pull past him. But if he can get up close to him and, you know, fill his mirror a little bit as we come into 10, 11, 12 complex, this is not an easy sector. And, you know, you got to be paying attention ahead of you.
Yeah, but I think Wojciech is smarter than that. What I think he's doing, he's just driving along, making sure that him and Mika Hendricks are this quick, so that Logan McKenzie has no opportunity to come back. Because you know there's going to be a pit stop. Logan McKenzie is always from those tactics. He can come back. 2.9 seconds from a pit stop? I don't know. But why not? And Wojciech Swiatovic is just smart enough to say, you know what, I'm going to push Mika Hendricks to the end, and then we'll fight it out.
Yeah, that's a great strategy. You know, not battling and allowing both drivers to kind of run optimal laps, almost do hot laps together in unison, you know, really gives them an advantage that, you know, they may be able to pull away from Logan, keep pulling away from him as they've made the gap now to 3 seconds. So they're definitely pulling away.
Yeah, they're definitely pulling away. Someone who's not pulling away is Steven Leciotta, because he has Damon Mitchell and Jacob Wally right behind them. And yeah, I think we're gonna, you can wait for it, but this is gonna be the battle that we're gonna see till the end. They're gonna do this for 38 minutes, and this is gonna be a lot of fun to watch.
I'm watching back here in P13 with Steven Lachota trying to catch, Damon Mitchell trying to catch Steven Lachota.
Yeah, there's some hard defending right over there from Steven. That was no.
Now
but
Jacob
now
Wally is all over his bumper. Damon was trying to be aggressive with Steven, and now he's going to have to try to fend off Jacob Wally. To come down this long backstretch across the water, it's really great scene to see the city in the background. We got Canada on one side and Detroit on the other side.
Yeah, I'm just watching with my mouth open. Damon Mitchell, who's just fighting for that position number 13 and does everything well to get close to Steven. But now he needs to make that move. Now he needs to do it. And I think that long straight, is that not the best spot to overtake?
Yeah, for sure. The long straight is the best place to do it. But with the new drag model, it's not easy to pull past the guy. So you really have to be on his bumper, and you got to be 2/10 off of him, as you exit the corner to be able to get that run. To come here into turn one, and yeah, it's just not enough.
No, it's definitely not enough. And let's have a quick look at Medzepka, because Medzepka is all the way back to Francois Schink for that 4th position, or basically for 3rd position, because Logan McKenzie is right in front of them. And that's really the battle that they want to go to. Can they bring it to Logan McKenzie? Logan McKenzie is a multiple championship holder, but this season, is it all going to be different? We have Mika Hendricks in there. We have Wojciech Swiatovic in there. Francois Schink is doing very well on the moment. And it's going to be exciting to see how this season goes.
Yeah, and it's still early, so he's not out of this. He's a multi-time champion for a reason. Sometimes you might get lucky once, but to have several championships, that's all driver skill right there.
Yeah, that's definitely driver skill, and it is always the long season that helps him. He's the consistent factor in all these championships. But with Mika Hendricks right over there, it's going to be difficult. But also Medzepka, his teammate, and then Francois Schink, who's also the teammate of Mika Hendricks. So they're all bunching up. For team standings, it's going to be very clear who's going to lead after this race. But who is going to win this race? We don't know.
Yep, those two are just still kind of doing their thing at the front, just trying to click off some laps. They're definitely putting some distance on Logan McKenzie, and here in the next couple laps, Logan McKenzie's going to have 2 teammates trying to take that position away from him. It's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, just to make sure, Medzepka is not the teammate of Logan McKenzie. Logan is all by himself in yellow sports, or yellow flag sports. But there is an overtake over there, but that's just a car that slows down. We still see them all battle right
hit the wall.
And how's that battle going on with Jacob Wally? Because I do see, let's have a quick look how that exactly happened. We're going to see a nice battle. Jacob Wally and Damon Mitchell, guys. Look at that battle. First it's Jacob who goes here and needs to give up that space to Damon Mitchell. And then they're just going at it for a couple of more laps, or a couple of more corners. That battle is crazy between Damon Mitchell and Jacob Wally. I'm curious how it is right now. Well, it's exactly the same. They're still very close by.
Yeah, I'm kind of cycling through the field here, and it looks like everybody's kind of spreading out. The differences in pace are starting to show. Guys that have had trouble or fallen back from the guys who haven't. There's lots of wall scrapes. See guys just tap the wall slightly, but you can only get away with that so many times before you break something in the car.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm just now looking at again Mika Hendricks in the front. Normally we leave him alone because he's too far away. but this time it's going to be very exciting. Wojciech Swidovic getting closer and closer. Sector times, it's the same. They just keep following each other. But now I'm just thinking, is Wojciech Swidovic just holding back a little bit so that he can save some fuel, so that he can have a quicker pit stop, so that he can take him right over there in that pit stop, because this track is difficult to overtake.
Yeah, it's definitely showing that it's not easy to overtake anybody. Even when guys have made mistakes and hit the wall a little bit and lost momentum, the driver behind them still wasn't able to get by.
Yeah, and we're now trying to compare the times from Mika Hendricks and Wojciech Swidovic with Logan McKenzie. And you do see in Sector 2, Logan McKenzie actually gains time, but then he loses so much time in Sector 1 and 3. And that's really going to cost him. It's currently 5.1 seconds, but he will have to look back because Francois Schenk and Matt Zepka are right over in there.
Yeah, these guys are getting closer and getting closer. I know we're going to be, our fuel window should be open pretty soon, so it'll be interesting to see who decides to dive in. I thought traffic might be a factor in this one as we get closer to the pit stops, but the field's pretty evenly spread, so maybe as we get later into the race and the front of the field starts catching the back half of the field, it could change the dynamics of this race.
Yeah, a little bit further back, we did see that Justin Rhodes actually just passed Raymond Choi. Not sure Raymond Choi. Oh, Raymond Choi went into the pit already. Look at that. So that pit strategy that you were talking about is immediately in start, because Raymond Choi went into the pit and is dropping back a little bit further. That is very early, Charlie.
It seems to be, but if his fuel calculator is correct, it might not be a bad move. He could get himself out where he's all by himself and able to click off some quality style laps where he can really put the hammer down and see if he can use that open track to gain some time on the guys ahead of him. The fight with Logan McKenzie, Francois Schenk, and Matt Zepka. These guys are all over each other back here. Matt Zepka doesn't look like he's going to be patient for very long behind Francois here.
No, it's interesting to see. I was thinking the same thing. It doesn't look like they're teammates. Matt Zepka is pushing Francois Schenk. Come on. And I'm curious on the board radio how they're talking. Is it, hey, if you can't do it, just drop back. I will do it. I will bring you back to Logan McKenzie. Or what there's going on in that strategy on the moment. But this is going to be an exciting part for sure.
Yeah, these guys got to be able to figure it out. If Francois is holding up Matt Zepka, he's just going to have to let him by, because they don't want Logan to pull away. Maybe if Zepka can get by, he can pull Francois Schenk behind him, and they can both catch up to Logan together.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, there's another group also still close to each other. It's Jerome Bajulas right on the moment over here with John Lozon right in his back. And that's going to be an exciting part as well. Oh! John Lozon hit the wall big time over there. Oh, we are on fire on the moment. Look at that. Every time when we talk about someone, they're going down. Don't want to go back to Matt Zepka on the moment, but who we're going to pick? Well, let's pick Mika Hendricks. He has so much luck. Let's have a quick look at him, because he has still Wojciech Swidovic behind him. It's 6/10. I don't have the feeling that Wojciech Swidovic is really pushing that hard, Charlie.
No, I don't think he is. I think he's in draft range, so he can still do a little bit of fuel saving. Mika's not going anywhere without him, so I'm certain that he's just trying to do what he can to save fuel and have a shorter pit stop.
Yeah, and the thing what we thought already happened just in the back. John Lozon has crashed out and is now going all the way in the back. Too much damage over there, so that's not going to be somebody we can watch for. I think
to go back to the battle with Logan McKenzie, Francois Schenk, and Matt Zepka, it looks like Matt Zepka and Francois Schenk have figured it out, and Francois is starting to pull Logan back in, showing him as about a half a second behind.
Well, that's the right moment to do that right over here. And you're right, Logan McKenzie can see now both the cars if he looks in the back mirror. But I think he needs to focus right in the front and see what's coming up, because those walls are getting closer and closer, and he hits them one more time. The cars are durable, so they can handle something, but can they handle that much?
Yeah, I think right now Logan has the advantage because he pretty much has a clear track ahead of him, so he can see every apex. He can get into the corner. He doesn't have much of a threat behind him, so he can run the line that he wants to run. And it looks like that it's definitely working to his advantage right now.
Yeah, and this is going to be an exciting part when we're going to see those pit stops, because what are they going to do? Are all three of them go in, or is it going to be a team strategy? One goes in, and then, yeah, you have to react to Logan McKenzie. So still everything to play for. 27 minutes to go. We're in lap 20, but yes, this is going to be exciting. And of course, we forget about nearly that Mika Hendricks and Wojciech Swidovic are still battling it out over here in that in that last corner, going to the straight.
Yeah, these guys they're pulling away from Logan McKenzie. They're sitting at 6 seconds ahead of him right now. That's 3 seconds in about, what, 5 laps, 6 laps? So these boys are fast at the front.
Look how close Logan McKenzie goes, and Logan is going to defend. Logan is staying on that inside line, now goes to the outside. But this is Francois Schink to say, hello, we are here, let's go fight, and this is what's going to happen. Let's see some naked aggression from Francois Schink and Matt Zepka right over there. Logan McKenzie needs to defend as usual, I would say. He's always the guy in front, but now it's getting closer and closer. And that's just for a third spot, because Mika Hendricks and Wojciech Swidovic are still in 1 and 2 positions, 7 seconds ahead.
Yeah, who's going to dip into the pits first, and are the other guys going to follow? It's really the big question. I think that you could, if you've got the right fuel window, all these guys could pit separately and maybe help themselves out by not having a car in front of them.
True point, but on the other hand, I do think that if Logan McKenzie goes in, you need to go in if you're Matt Zepka or Francois Schink. The risk of missing him, you need to be at least one car in there, but it's going to be difficult. They will probably talk about it already because those pit windows are open and we're getting closer and closer to the pit. You do see Francois Schink has a nice view on him, and Francois Schink goes in. Francois Schink goes in. So now they're going to do that undercut. Look at this. Now we're going to see that undercut. Francois Schink is going into the pit. Matt Zepka, Logan McKenzie continue their drive. I am just really curious to see how much effect this will have.
Yeah, and I think that now that there's a gap between Logan and Matt Zepka, those guys can go into the pits together and shouldn't have to worry about Zepka running into the back of Logan. It's always one of the difficult things, you know, in a close battle, is if you both go into the pits, the guy ahead has the optimal line because he can see the line, and you got to do your best to try not to run him over. And so sometimes you can end up losing some time there.
Yeah, definitely, and it is especially here in Detroit, because those walls are getting closer and closer, especially in the pit. You need to not touch them. A battle that we just saw happening, James Carr and Mike Del Mea. A nice replay over here. They went to the long straight, and it is James Carr that was passing over there for position number 11, and a great move from him.
Yeah, that was a beautiful move. It's the rare pass today with speed and not a mistake leading to a pass.
Yeah, I'm just curious, does he have a Red Bull engine right in there? Because he looked magically fast. And Matt Zepka is all on the back of Logan McKenzie. Not a great strategy if you want to go into the pit. So will that mean that Matt Zepka is not going into the pit and is just trying to see if he can push Logan McKenzie?
No, they both stay out.
They both stay out, okay.
You got to think Matt Zepka has been working hard to catch these guys. How much more fuel has he burned? Is he going to lose time by, you know, taking a little bit more fuel in these guys?
Well, let's have a look at Francois Schink, because Francois Schink came out at the pit, is now on that 8th position, but he is done with pit stops. So this is really going to be beneficial for him. He's actually the first one who had a pit stop on that 8th position. Everybody else still needs to stop. So 15 seconds is going to cost him to actually go into that pit. That's not that much time. I'm curious to see how long Matt Zepka and Logan McKenzie will hold on and come back to Francois Schenk.
Oh, I think Logan McKenzie just tapped the wall, exiting turn 7 there. Matt Zepka is all over his bumper now. So we head into the 10, 11, 12 complex. They're coming into some lap traffic. Zach Perry and Kirk Lane in their own little battle here. Oh, Matt Zepka is all over Logan McKenzie's bumper now. So now who decides to pit? I almost feel like if I was in Logan's position right now, this would be the time to pit with these lap cars ahead of me. But if these lap cars, I would most likely not pit. So I would definitely
But it's
watch
also
them.
dangerous. We do see them go.
Here they go. They're both.
Oh,
oh, Zepka decides not to go in and continues on. So here we go.
well, and that was a very, very fast from Logan McKenzie. Looked a little bit too fast, but maybe he did all right. But he is going into the pit. Curious to see what his pit time is going to be and where is he going to end. Curious to see if he's going to stay close to Francois Schenk or did that undercut work. Let's have a quick look. Where is Francois Schenk on the moment? He's getting onto the long straight now. Is Logan McKenzie gonna get there or not? Logan McKenzie, where are you on the moment? Logan McKenzie. Logan McKenzie is just
moving.
Oh, and look at this, and it is Francois Schenk who does this
Yep, he's gonna
overtake
get him.
in the pit. Nice move, and this is
Well
what's
done.
necessary. I am curious. By the way, Mika Hendricks also went into the pit. We completely missed that. Or not? What did he do?
No, I think Wojciech went into the pits.
No. Mika Hendricks went into the pit. They had a 15.8 seconds one. And he is now still in that 3rd position, but has already finished that pit stop. So he will be waiting for Wojciech Svidovic how he does. And I am curious to see how quick Wojciech Svidovic is on the moment. His best time was a 1:37.1. Is he going to get any better on that?
Yeah, and as I go back and watch Matt Zepka here, he split the lap traffic, but he's struggling a little bit to get by Zach Perry. Oh, Zach Perry moved to the inside to let Matt Zepka go by, but he was entering the pits, cost Matt Zepka some time. Oh, this is not gonna be good for Matt. I have a feeling Matt's gonna lose these guys by a couple seconds.
Yeah, it wasn't the fastest pit entry, but at least it was safe. And while we were looking at Matt Zepka and Wojciech Svidovic did put up the fastest time, a 1:37.0. Haven't seen it done so quick yet. It will be a record, I think, within ATC. And this is amazing. He is really pushing that car now to the limit. He knows that Mika Hendricks has already gone into the pit. He's right behind there, 31 seconds.
Francois Swink just turned into turn 1. And it looks like Matt Zepka has got out ahead of them. Wow.
And
Interesting.
Not just ahead of them. He is like miles away. So Logan McKenzie is really getting pit stopped, I would like to say. And I am
Well, you
curious.
gotta wonder, did Matt Zepka underfuel his car? It was really not expecting him to have a quick pit stop. He definitely lost time on pit entry.
He had a second ahead of everybody else. And whoa, what's going on over there?
Looks like he touched the wall a little bit. These walls are close.
Oh man, everything is happening at the same time. But yeah, the fight is going on. It's now suddenly Matt Zepka who's in that 3rd position. Francois Schenk on 4th. And then Logan McKenzie trailing both of them. Interesting part. I do see Wojciech Svidovic into the pit. Yep. Wojciech Svidovic in the pit. You go watch Mika Hendricks. Where is he on the moment? Is he going to make some speed? He had a quick time before, but is that enough?
Coming around to the... He's just passing pit entry right now. About to cross the start-finish line.
And Mika Hendricks is starting. It looks like Mika Hendricks... Wojciech Svidovic has that position, and he takes the position well. Oh, man.
Oh, and Mika
Oh,
hits the wall a little bit.
this
Oh,
is
you can tell he was
amazing.
pushing hard.
Oh, this is amazing. Look at this. I can already see the stories written about Detroit. It was all about the pit stops. Basically, we see great moves up here with those pit stop strategies. And on the moment, it's Wojciech Swiatovic back on that first position. He is going to take that car over there, and he's going to see what Mika Hendricks can do. This battle ain't over yet.
Definitely not. These guys are putting on a clinic today. They're still running away from those guys.
Definitely,
third
battle
through fifth.
Battle a little bit further back is Justin Rhodes and Raymond Choi together with Jerome Bajolas. It's really nice driving over there, and that could be an interesting battle that we're going to see. Breakfast for dinner, I would like to say.
Yeah, just up ahead of him, David Bauer just hit the wall. That's going to cost him some speed. Maybe Justin Rhodes and Raymond Choi will pull up on him down this long backstretch.
Well, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't mind that speed that much, but that livery, you can't touch that. That's pure gold.
Yeah.
I have to say, I love how much work they spend on those liveries and all those team names. It's getting funnier and funnier every time. Let's have a quick look. Where are the big battles on the moment? It looks a little bit like everybody's a little bit further away. Klaus van Schink is getting closer and closer to Matt Zepka, but I don't expect to be a big fight over there. That's just really going to make sure control the limit. But how is Logan McKenzie doing on the moment? Is he holding on? Because he looks a little bit further back than intended.
Yeah, those guys seem to be pulling away from him now as we're at 16 and a half minutes left in this race. It's go time. There's no time to save fuel. You just got to go.
Well, that's at least what Matt Zepka and Frans van Schink got through.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a lot of heads-up battles going on here. This is a tough track. You really kind of got to race the track and start racing each other, and that's when you hit the wall.
Yeah, exactly, and that's going to be the difficult part. I do see Connor Acetella being long time in the pit. He's now finally getting out, but he will drop back at least to 16th position. And behind there we see Adrian Fedorowski, and he is our hard charger. I like to mention that. He is 10 positions up from where he started, so great work from him.
Yeah, absolutely. As we've seen throughout the day, passing is not easy, so good on him.
But yeah, of course, we want to see that battle, Mika Hendricks and Wojciech Swiatovic. It does look like Mika Hendricks is a little bit further away than you want to be. Or is that just being safe in the corners?
It's possible that he's being safe, but as the time runs down, he doesn't have much time to be safe. Wojciech is putting in some great laps. His last lap was a 1:37.1. He's pretty much matching the same race pace he's had all day.
Well, someone who has, I didn't think he had the rape face, but someone who had multiple incidents has one more incident. Chris Kraus is going into that nice long corner and is just outbraking himself a little bit. And yeah, you can't make that corner. And that's a lot of damage for Chris Kraus. He will not go back into the pit. I'm not sure if he can get out of that. But that's too bad for him.
Yeah, that one's tough. You almost got to take the runoff and come to a complete stop and back the car up, because once you miss it, you're not going to be able to pull it back in. So that's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, definitely. The battle for position number 9 still in a battle. Raymond Choi, Justin Rhodes, and I think, yeah, that's pretty much the battle that we see right over there.
Yeah, I'm sure these guys are all hoping for a good position. They're right in that 5th to 10th place window in the points, and getting out of Detroit with a good position could turn your season around. Matt Zepka's got Francois Schenk all over his rear bumper as they go into turn 1. make this left, headed into turn 2. Get this first long straightaway here. I don't think that Francois has enough momentum to get underneath Matt Zepka, but this is a great place to make a pass.
It is a great place to make a pass, but if you do that, then immediately you also know that Logan McKenzie is right over in there. And do you want to see him back? I think they just need to take care of him and make sure that in the last 5 minutes it's open. But team orders need to play in charge over here. And while I say that, 30 minutes, is that enough for Mika Hendricks to get those car back in shape and go back up to that first position? Because he is losing more and more time over there.
Yeah, Wojcik's really starting to pull away. I'm showing him at about 9 tenths, 8 tenths. Looks like he's picked up about 2 tenths on him. He's still running pretty much the same laps, just super consistent. Really, both of these guys are so consistent. It's one of the reasons why they're always up front.
Yeah, it's actually sector 3 where really Wojciech Sredovic is quicker on the moment. Every time he gains a little bit more time over there. And I'm curious to see if he can continue that.
I think Mika just hit the wall.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised by that. I think everybody hits the wall. I don't really think it matters in these cars. They're built like a tank. But this is the first time that Wojciech Sredovic has now not given any draft to Mika Hendricks. Mika Hendricks needs to do it all by himself on the moment.
Yeah, and our battle for P3, it's pretty much the same. Looks like, oh, Zepka hits the wall. Boy, we're killing him today, Pim.
This is amazing.
Zepka's able to maintain and continuous pace, but it does look like he's pulling away from Francois a little bit.
Well, I think more importantly, he is pulling away from Logan McKenzie. It's now 2.2 seconds. It's still 2.2 seconds, but it was a little bit more. I'm curious to see if Logan is going to push that car in the last 10 minutes and is really aiming to get onto that podium. On the moment, he's going to drop out and he's going to stay in that top 5 position. And behind him, there is James Carr. Then we see David Bauer, Justin Rhodes is, of course, still in that battle there with Raymond Choi and David Bauer. That's going to be a nice battle for the last 10 minutes as well.
Yeah, every position is important, and these guys are all right there to capitalize on the mistake. Oh, there we go. There, David Bauer just went wide, maybe touched the wall a little bit. He's got.
And why don't we go
both
3
of them
wide?
Going by him.
Why don't we go 3 wide?
Yeah, let's go 3 wide. Let's do it, fellas.
Oh,
here we go.
team play is going on. And this is strong defending. And they're going side by side. And oh! That was close.
Very close. Well done by both these drivers to not take each other out.
Oh, Raymond Choi, that was an impressive part. Let's have a quick look how that exactly happened. Raymond Choi grabbed it over there, hold it. Oh. That was an exciting part of that race. Really nice work from Raymond Choi, Real Friends Racing, and David Bauer with Justin Rhodes.
Yeah, and it looks like David Bauer really got the good end on that one. He's pulled away a little bit from these guys. It's definitely good for him.
Yeah, and what about look in the front? Mika Hendricks is back into draft. So he is back in the race.
Yeah, and they got some lap traffic ahead of him. Looks like the lap traffic is just pulling over and letting him go by. Still in a really tight battle. Mika's still in this one.
Exactly. Mika is actually back into the rhythm again, and he gets his momentum, and this is enough. If you're in that draft, then you're all the game for. And that long straight is going to come, and he's going to win some more. And this is going to be close. Turn 1, turn 2.
Wojciech just gets such a great drive coming down this backstretch. He really puts a gap on Mika through that last sector, headed to the start-finish line.
It's impressive to see how far Wojciech Sredovic is getting, you know, without the draft. Oh, Mika is getting really on the edge, and he was nearly hitting that wall. And that will cost him a little bit of momentum. And instead of getting closer, he's getting further and further away again. How is Francois Schink holding on against Matt Zepka and Logan McKenzie?
Matt Zepka is definitely pulling away. It's got a little bit lighter car with the less fuel. We'll have to see how that plays out. See if he has enough fuel for the end of the race. Francois just made a big dive into turn 1 there, closed the gap quite a bit. Well, I wonder if Zepka's conserving fuel at the end of that straightaway there.
Charlie, I'm a little bit worried. Your calls were all right on the moment. Will it mean that Matt Zepka has not enough fuel to hold that 3rd position to get onto the podium? It's a long time since we've seen him over there. There was no overtake over there. Okay, I was looking Kirk Lane past Michael Zapp, but that was because Michael Zapp went into the pit one more time. It is really this battle that we want to see. And of course, here in front, Wojciech Swiatovic and Mika Hendricks. Mika Hendricks is getting closer and closer, but that timer is also getting closer and closer. It's 7 minutes and 30 seconds left. 6/10 for Mika Hendricks to overtake Wojciech Swiatovic.
Yeah, Mika's got to dig deep. This is definitely his first real challenge of the season. And, he's within striking distance. He's just got to put it together. Maybe he's being patient.
He's in striking distance for a long time, but he is right now. If he now holds that line, and he has a better exit than the previous lap, but it's still, look, it's 8/10, it's 7. It's not. What happened?
Oh, sorry. I think I just seen the leader tap the wall.
All right. Well, I didn't see that happening, but that's okay. They're still alive. Again, they're driving a tank. Wojciech Swiatovic is still in the 1st position. Mika Hendricks on that 2nd spot, and then behind that battle for 3rd position with Matt Zepka, Francois Schink, and Logan McKenzie. That is really the battle. Logan McKenzie is dropping further back and back and back. I do think there's something wrong with that car, because he really lost his momentum. He's now 4.2 seconds ahead of behind Francois Schink and Matt Zepka.
Yeah, and he's running about 6/10 slower than these guys, so that's a great observation, Pam. Seems to be a little bit off of the pace. He may just be settling in, saying, hey, P5's not a bad spot for a difficult track like this.
No. He never does that. He always goes to the front. I really think there's something wrong with the car, but we will hear him. I love it that he always comes to the booth, even when his race didn't go as planned. And he does very much for this league. I have to say, the leader that we always run here at CAVOK for ATC is made by Logan McKenzie, and does a great job. But I want to go back to Raymond Choi, because Raymond Choi for position number 9 is fighting hard with David Power on the moment.
Yeah, these guys got a nice little battle going on. They've been pretty much together this whole race, really. Just trying to do what they can to be aggressive, but also keep it reined in at the same time.
And this is that moment, I'm not sure, we both did Sebring 12 hours, and it's all about that endurance. I have a little bit with this race that's also important, and especially when you're driving in the front, you need to be focused and you need to hold it on. And that's what Matt Zepka is doing on the moment, because he is just keeping pace lap after lap. Really, really nicely done. It's very, very consistent. 2/10 from his last lap was from his best time, so he really does a great job on holding that momentum. It's difficult for Francois Schenk to get any closer, and while I say that, no way! No way. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking to anybody. Matt Zepka, drop back. Francois Schenk is taking that position. It is all about holding back. Well, I don't want to do this to Mika Hendricks, but I'm gonna go over to Mika Hendricks. Don't tell anybody else. We're gonna watch Mika Hendricks and Wojciech Swiatovic.
Yeah, those guys are gonna light us up in the Discord this week, Pim.
Sometimes you have it all wrong, and sometimes you just have them all right, and this was really what happening. Matt Zepka is still in that fight. By the way, he just lost a little bit of momentum and is still in that draft with Francois Schink. But that's not the battle we're going to watch in these last 4 minutes, because we want to see Wojciech Swiatovic and Mika Hendricks. What is Mika Hendricks going to do? Is he going to hold on, or is he going to make that move happening? I am really curious to see.
Yeah, he's... Mika's pushing hard, but Wojciech is just running stellar laps. He 137.3 for his last lap. All his laps are super consistent. You know, he's there's a reason why he's in the lead. He's doing the right things, and I know Mika's doing everything he can to match pace, but he's running out of time. He's got to get it together.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to get 1-2 more laps. So we need to focus on that white flag because that will happen very soon. 35 laps in, 3 minutes to go. And this is the time for Mika Hendricks to push a little bit harder. 8 tenths. Can he do that in that last 1-2 laps that we still have to go?
And I'm watching Matt Zepka here in P4. He's trying to get to Francois, trying to recover from that mistake, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time now. He's got about a 6/10 gap to make up.
Well, it's impressive that he immediately gets back into the rhythm because, you know, you see Logan McKenzie 3.8 seconds behind you. He's going to taste the blood and he's going to try to push that car a little bit further. But Matt Zepka says, no way, I'm just going to move along and try to see if I can get back to Francois Schinken. And on the moment, he does have a little bit of a quicker lap time. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, we do see Francois Schinken.
Oh boy, Francois Schinken just ran his fastest lap, 136.8. Stellar lap.
Yeah, but look at this. Look at the sector times. Matt Zepka is now getting 3 sectors quicker. So he is getting closer and closer. He is maybe timing it all the way right. But maybe you're still right and he does run out of fuel. That's all something we need to play for. But look at this. Mika Hendricks is losing momentum. Not sure exactly what happened, but Mika Hendricks is now dropping 1 second behind Vijek Svidovic. So instead of getting to that fight, Vijek Svidovic is just finishing it off right here. And he is going to push for that victory.
He ran 4 tenths quicker the last lap than Mika Hendricks. He's definitely got the power down with less than 2 minutes to go to run his fastest lap. Just shows you how quick he really is because these tires have been going for 38 minutes and he just had his race.
Yeah, his fastest time. This is a 136.8. This is never seen before. This is really one of the quickest times. I'm not going to say it's a world record, but it's definitely a record between Alpha Touring Challenge. This is amazing. Vojtěch Svidovic is just pushing to the limit and we're going into the last minute, and that means that we're going to see a white flag. That means that we're going to see the end of the race, and that means that Mika Hendricks still has a chance, but he needs to push hard. What is he going to do?
They've got some lap traffic ahead to contend with, and
well,
depending on what Dan does here, these guys might get him in the mid sector, and that could change this race. Oh, as Dan taps the wall a little bit, moves over, so it looks like these guys are going to be able to clear him pretty easily.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to do it in this corner. I do want to look. There was a little bit of a battle right in the back. Aaron La with Connor Acetella. And yeah, they hit each other. And that was a crash right over there. Ay. They don't think, I'm not going to think that they're going to make it. But look at Mika Hendricks. We're back live. Mika Hendricks in that
closed the
last
gap
lap.
a couple tenths. I'm showing him about 4 or 5 tenths there. Oh, as he scrapes the wall on the inside, doing everything he can to put the power down.
And how close he is to that wall. He is really trying to push, but I don't think it's enough. It's still 6 tenths. Vojtěch Svidovic is just a master in this race. He has shown it. He's shown that he can do everything well, and this is really working well on the moment. 5 tenths. Mika Hendricks is getting closer, but is it enough? I don't think so.
Turn 13 is very difficult here. There's a big bump that wants to pull you to the outside. Try to avoid the wall. Mika hits the wall, just like I said.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, these guys are going to kill us, man.
The thing is that you can get closer, but how do you pass? And especially here, Vojtěch Svidovic, the driver, the winner of this race, he has did a perfect job and it's done basically everything right and takes the victory over here. Mika Hendricks goes for 2nd position, and then we see, of course, the fight, or is it a fight with Francois Schinken and Matt Zepka? I think Matt Zepka is very happy with that 4th position. Logan McKenzie is right behind there, comes in on a 5th position. And then, is there still a battle? Well, there is still a battle. Of course, the battle with David Bauer, Raymond Choi. That could be an interesting battle right on to the end. Look at that, Raymond Choi is getting closer and closer. Wants to push up one more step. Can he do it?
Yeah, with only a couple corners left, he's going to have to maximize the exit right here and don't think it's going to be enough.
No, this is too difficult. If you couldn't make it in the last hour, you can't make it right over here. Someone I do also want to make a headline on is Daniel Sedeno. Look at that. From Blackjack, Hookers and Racing. He gets the Delta race on his name, wins that part, and is on the 12th position for the Alfred Touring Challenge. But what a great drive from him, and he will score maximum points for the Delta Championship.
Yeah, what a great race. This is a tough track.
It is a tough track, but it's oh so satisfying. So much satisfaction you get out of it when you do it right. And yeah, that's definitely something that Wojciech Sviatovic and Mika Hendricks know how to do. I'm looking forward already to the drivers. Let's see what they're gonna talk about. I see some frustration or maybe some happiness going around. That's not for Wojciech Sviatovic. Wojciech Sviatovic is just going to bring that car home. Great drive, great driver. I wish he was here the whole championship because he could definitely make it interesting with Mika Hendricks and Logan McKenzie for that first position.
So is he a part-timer, or did he just wasn't able to get all the early races in?
Well, he's Polish. So that means that he has a complete different time. I'm not 100% sure, but it's got to be like 6 in the morning right now over there somewhere or something. So that's the problem a little bit more.
Yeah, well, it's a long season, and there are drop weeks, so...
Yeah, I know, definitely. And when he's there, he's there. So great from them.
Yeah, I'm watching the standby booth here, Pim. I'm not seeing anybody yet. But these guys definitely put on a good show today up front.
Well, they showed us pretty much everywhere. I think that's the cool thing of this league, that it doesn't matter if you drive for position number 25 or position number 2. It's all hard battling. And that's what make it very, very interesting to see over here. I love to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. This league's got a great mix of skill sets, and it makes it fun. When you got a good competitive league, it really doesn't matter. A battle for 25th can be just as intense as the battle for P1.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if we don't see anybody coming to the booth, we'll have to make up the stories ourselves. I think Mika Hendricks was a bit surprised with Wojciech Sviatovic. And I think Wojciech Sviatovic was very, very surprised with that quick time. A 1:36. What was his quickest time? Let's have a quick look.
1:36.8. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Beautiful.
That is...
Crazy fast lap. All I could muster was a 39. And I tried.
Well, let's not talk about that part. Let's talk about a little bit about how Matt Zepka did. He was doing so fine, was in that position, did that great pit stop strategy together with Francois Schink and Logan McKenzie, came out on top, and then it was the end. Matt Zepka, tell us all about your race.
I did well with strategy, but I just made that mistake and hit the wall. But I could continue racing, so it was okay.
Yeah, exactly. You could continue the racing, but I was curious, how are the team orders going on in your Discord? How does that work? You see Logan McKenzie getting there. At first, he was in front of you the whole time. Francois Schink did everything to pass him, but that didn't work. How do you talk about the pit stop strategies?
We didn't talk about it at all, really. I mean, I like racing whoever's around me, so if Francois wants to race me or if I race Francois, that's fine. I think Francois we've raced enough that I thought one of us was going to undercut. We didn't like coordinate anything, but I think he was getting a little frustrated behind Logan.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then you see him come back onto the track. Do you keep track of him, or when you just really don't communicate at all and you'll see where he comes? Because for us it wasn't definitely Charlie, and please speak up if you want to. We thought that you maybe did an undercut and maybe had underfueled because you were so quick. You were a second faster than anybody else. What was your technique over there?
I used JRT.
Oh.
I think before the race we were talking about like how much fuel we needed to take, and it was between like 23 and 25 liters was like our estimate. And so I just trusted JRT, and they gave me 23, and I was like, I hope that was right. When I saw the white flag, I really breathed a sigh of relief, because otherwise I would be fuel saving a lot more.
Yes, well, someone else who was, I think, happy to see that white flag was Logan McKenzie. It started off with a great battle between Wojciech Svidovic, Mika Hendricks, and yourself. And then later on, you had that battle with Curb Your Enthusiasm drivers. How was your race?
Probably the toughest race that I've driven all year, not even just this season. Even tougher than like Bathurst last season. It was rough. The Elantras were clearly at a bit of a disadvantage at this track. I mean, you saw I was the only Elantra in the top 5, and then James was behind me and even slower. So tough race. It was damage limitation. I'm happy about the P5, honestly.
And so, what exactly did you have any damage? Because at one point you were behind Matt Zepka, and then you just for a long time you were still in that fight, but then you dropped a little bit further back. Was that some damage, or was that just maintaining 5th position?
Well, in order to keep up with those guys, I was driving on the ragged edge of the Elantra.
Okay.
And I was also driving with suspension damage for most of the race. I think I had suspension damage from my lap 2 wall strike. And then I hit the wall about 6 more times before the first pit stop. I got the fast repair, and then I hit the wall like almost immediately afterward and was driving with a wheel tilt. It wasn't slowing me down, but over the course of the race, I must have hit the wall like 10, 15 times.
Yeah, well, you're not the only one. I think we heard a lot of scraping, and we were amazed that you guys, a lot of drivers could still continue the drive. It was a great race, but we were talking, I'm not sure, Wojciech Svidovic. He's not always into the race, and he's not coming to the broadcast booth, so we can talk about him a little bit. He is not always in every race. What's up with that? Because he could get a really, really tight fight with Mika.
Where does do you know where he lives, Matthew? He's somewhere in Europe.
In Poland. He lives in Poland.
He's in the UK. He's not.
Oh, he's in the UK.
Poland.
He is from Poland, but either way, very, very late races for him. He does try to make and successfully makes most of them. He only missed the first race just by accident. But I'd expect him to.
Yeah, and sorry, do you have drop weeks?
Yeah, there are 2 drop weeks. So right now, he's fine.
Okay.
He's taken his 2 drops. He missed week 1 and then crashed last week. So he doesn't have any more breathing room, but he does have them.
Oh, nice. Well, I hope Wojciech Svidovic is listening at one point to the broadcast and that he can hear it, because we would love to see that battle going on. But of course, Logan, we want to see you in there. We want to see Matt in there. We want to see Francois Schenk in there. It wasn't a great race. It's difficult to overtake, but it was an exciting race, and we saw some great racing. So I want to thank ATC. I want to thank all the drivers for coming back over here. Of course, let's do some shout-outs. Matt, any shout-outs from you?
Shout out to you all. Shout out to Bot for all the work he does here. Shout out to the team for giving me the setup.
Nice. Well, that's a great work. I'd love to see you next week and see how well you will do. Logan, any shout outs for you?
Well, Matt went ahead and shouted me out. I'm shouting him out before his driving, because we all knew that Matt was capable of being up there fighting for podium positions. I think that he deserved it today, and I think he's going to get one this season.
Oh, he's going to get one. Did he ever got one already? Did he win one time?
No wins, but you've gotten a couple podiums.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
A few podiums.
Well, Matt, maybe you can give us some cash, and we can look what we're doing, because we're really good in broadcast curses. So maybe we can also do something positive for you on that one. But thanks very much for having us, and it was a great race to watch. Charlie, any last words from you?
Yeah, I just want to say congrats to Wojciech for the win. I think it's going to make it interesting for the season with Mika. This is not going to be an easy one for him to run away with, though it looked like that in the first couple of weeks. So I think we're going to have a great battle going down the stretch, and you know, with all these guys having pretty decent finishes, the points battle is just going to get tighter and tighter each week.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm looking forward to do this race together with you, Charlie. Always nice to meet over here and to talk about ATC and all those skilled drivers. I want to thank, of course, also our viewers. Great to have you over here at the Monday night. I know it's late, but always great to see this action going on. If you want to see more action, then come on Wednesday evening again. The QRL. We're going to see some oval racing. It's going to be always exciting. And for then, I wish you guys a great rest of the week. Thank you all.